What's going on, everybody? Dakota here with my first pull day and my 4-on-1-off splits. And as you can see, I started off this pull day with weighted pull-ups, 5 sets pyramided. And I do this by starting off with body weight, then adding 10 pounds, 25, 35, and 45 respectively. 45 being the heaviest set. Sometimes I drop down from 45 to body weight at the very end and try to just bang out as many reps as possible. But today I preserved my strength for the other lifts to come. And as you can see, I keep my chest up, shoulders back, and I don't go all the way down to make sure that I keep my lats engaged and I don't, put that stress on my shoulder, if you will. So after weighted pull-ups, I went over to reverse pull-downs and I did 5 sets of 12. And the goal with this is to bring it as low as you can on your chest. I aim for right below my nipples, as you can see. And I try not to lean back too far because I don't want to make it a rowing motion. I want to keep it as a vertical pull-down motion. And I really try to stress the squeeze at the bottom on the lower lats, which usually it's really hard to hit that in a pull-down motion, but I find that with reverse pull-downs, it makes it really easy to squeeze that lower lat that otherwise is very difficult to hit. And as you can see, I'm just keeping a constant rate and a constant squeeze at the bottom. My third and fourth exercise are dumbbell rows supersetted with dumbbell pullovers. And as you can see, I used to do dumbbell rows pretty concentrated, if you will. I drive my elbow back and try to keep my shoulders parallel with the floor. And by doing this, I get a big squeeze in my lower lat, and I really try to focus on controlling the weight rather than moving it. I now, however, do 2 sets heavy and 2 sets light, so you can try both of those. And as you can see, I superset pullovers with, dumbbell rows with pullovers. And as you can see, I don't go quite all the way up because I'm trying to keep my chest out of it as much as possible. And really try to just get a stretch in that back and get those lats to pull the weight over my head. And as you can see, my lats are doing almost all the work, and I'm keeping my chest from contracting at the top. And that should be your main goal, is keeping it as deep as you can in terms of a stretch, and also getting a good contraction in the lats, but not engaging your chest. So my fifth exercise is barbell shrugs. And as you can see, I start off relatively light, and I get a slight lean forward in my stance, and I try to get it up as high as possible. And a trick that I learned is if you lean your chin forward slightly, you can really get a better contraction at the top. And as you can see, I just did 185, and now I'm doing 315. I start to make my stance a little more vertical at the end because it's harder to do that weight bent over, and I lean my chin forward to really get that contraction in the traps. My sixth exercise, is dumbbell rows. And as you can see, since I already just did 5 sets pyramided with barbell shrugs, I do these relatively light and try to really focus on that contraction at the top. I pause both at the top and the bottom, and I really try to just get that big squeeze as much as possible to try to force blood into those traps after that heavier exercise I did before. So my 7th and last exercise is reverse cable curls. And these I really try to do just for the forearms and the brachioradialis in your bicep. And as you can see, I keep my elbows slightly in front, I don't drive them back, and I really try to squeeze my forearms at the top. One thing I want to work on is getting my elbows slightly farther forward and getting a bigger stretch at the end, which, as you can see right there, I contracted my tricep and got that full stretch. So that's all, guys. I hope you enjoyed. Insert a little bit of douchey posing just to validate myself at the end, and I hope you guys have a good one.
You know I want it, I need it, don't doubt it, I can't live without it. This is everything I've dreamed of, it's everything I've ever wanted. But is it really truly in my plans? But the God mix up my blueprints.